Unveiling the Untold, Sir C. Sankaran Nair and the Fight for Justice. Kesari 2, the untold story of Jallianwala Bagh shifts the spotlight from the battlefield to the courtroom. The film centers on Sir Chetur Sankaran Nair, a prominent Indian lawyer and statesman. Disturbed by the Jallianwala Bagh massacre, Nair pursued justice against British colonial rule. His fight was about holding power accountable and exposing the brutalities of empire. Kesari 2 delves into Nair's relentless pursuit of truth, fought against formidable odds. The film promises to unravel a lesser-known chapter of the Jallianwala Bagh tragedy. By showcasing Nair's struggle, Kesari 2 sheds light on the courage to challenge the British Raj. Nair's battle reminds us that the fight for justice required immense moral strength. Kesari 2 invites us to revisit a pivotal moment in India's struggle for independence. The horror at Jallianwala Bagh, a nation scarred. The Jallianwala Bagh massacre, a gruesome episode in India's colonial history, forms the tragic backdrop of Kesari 2. On April 13, 1919, a peaceful gathering of unarmed Indians in Amritsar, Punjab, transformed into a scene of unimaginable horror. British troops, under the command of Brigadier General Reginald Dyer, opened fire on the crowd, killing hundreds and injuring countless others. The massacre sent shockwaves throughout India, exposing the brutal reality of British rule and igniting widespread outrage and anger. The peaceful assembly gathered to protest the oppressive Rowlatt Act had no warning of the impending carnage. The narrow exits of the enclosed ground became death traps as panicked crowds surged towards them, met by a hail of bullets. The massacre, a chilling display of colonial brutality, left an indelible scar on India's psyche. It shattered the illusion of benevolent British rule and galvanized the Indian independence movement, fueling the flames of dissent against the Raj. The scales of justice challenging colonial impunity. Kesari 2 delves into the complex legal battle waged by Sir C. Sankaran Nair against the British administration. Nair, outraged by the massacre and the subsequent attempts to whitewash it, resigned from the Viceroy's Executive Council in protest. He then took up the challenge of representing the victims and their families, seeking justice against those responsible for the atrocity. His fight, however, was fraught with challenges, as he navigated a legal system designed to protect the interests of the British Empire. Nair's legal battle was not just about seeking punishment for the perpetrators, but also about challenging the very foundations of British colonial rule. He sought to expose the systemic racism, the abuse of power, and the culture of impunity that allowed the massacre to occur. His courtroom arguments became a platform to challenge the legitimacy of British authority in India. He argued that the massacre was not an isolated incident, but a consequence of the Raj's oppressive policies and its disregard for the lives of its Indian subjects. Truth's unshaken shield bearing witness to atrocity. Kesari 2 highlights the significance of truth and accountability in the aftermath of tragedy. Sir C. Sankaran Nair's pursuit of justice was driven by an unwavering commitment to uncovering the truth about the Jallianwala Bagh massacre. He meticulously gathered evidence, interviewed witnesses, and challenged the official narrative put forth by the British government. His fight was a testament to the power of truth as a weapon against oppression and a beacon of hope for the victims. Nair's struggle for justice was not just about legal victory, it was about giving voice to the voiceless. He understood the profound emotional weight of the massacre, the trauma it inflicted on the survivors, and the grief that engulfed the nation. His legal battle became a platform to amplify their stories, to ensure that their suffering was acknowledged and their voices heard. Nair's unwavering pursuit of truth served as a powerful reminder that even in the face of unimaginable tragedy, the fight for justice and accountability must continue. Echoes of a massacre shaping India's destiny. The legal battle depicted in Kesari 2 holds immense historical significance, extending far beyond the confines of the courtroom. Sir C. Sankaran Nair's courageous stand against the might of the British Empire resonated deeply within India and beyond. His fight for justice in the aftermath of the Jallianwala Bagh massacre became a rallying cry for the Indian independence movement. It exposed the brutalities of colonial rule, galvanized public opinion, and fueled the growing demand for self-determination. Nair's legal battle, though ultimately unsuccessful in securing convictions against the perpetrators, had a profound impact on India's destiny. It exposed the inherent flaws and injustices of the British legal system in India, further eroding the legitimacy of colonial rule. The case became a landmark moment in India's legal and political history, inspiring future generations of lawyers and activists to challenge injustice and fight for the rights of the oppressed. A legacy forged in fire remembering Jallianwala Bagh. Kesari 2, the untold story of Jallianwala Bagh, serves as a poignant reminder of the importance of remembering and learning from the past. The film revisits the events of that fateful day to keep the memory of the Jallianwala Bagh massacre alive. It's a story of tragedy, courage, and the enduring human spirit. The film encourages us to reflect on the lasting impact of colonialism and the importance of fighting for justice. Kesari 2 is not just a historical drama, it is a call to action. It reminds us that the fight for justice is an ongoing struggle. The film encourages us to learn from the past and challenge injustice. By honoring the memory of those who suffered, we ensure their sacrifices are not in vain.